Hey, what's up, guys? It's Sam here. Today I'm going to be talking about my 1 year NoFap update. It's crazy. I can't believe I've made it this far, but it's been a hell of a journey. And another crazy thing is it's only just begun. And I'm really looking forward to the new opportunities that arise with my celibacy and with my future goals. So let me just kind of start off by talking about kind of how I got into NoFap. So it started a few years ago when I was in college. Pretty much my entire life, I was a former porn addict, and I was addicted to porn pretty heavily. And I got introduced to it by a roommate of mine in college. And at first, I didn't think anything of it at all. I thought, oh, this is bullshit. This isn't gonna work. I'll just keep masturbating and wasting my life. But once I got introduced to it, I never stopped because I saw that I was achieving my goals and I was improving on basically every aspect of my life that you can imagine. And it just really touches my heart that where I'm at today is really driven by celibacy and the goals that I've set for myself. And so I'm gonna go a little bit back to kind of when it first started. So it first started when I was very young. I started masturbating at a very young age. Then I just really never stopped. I was really heavy addicted, probably 1 to 2 times a day, probably up until the time I was 18 or 19. And then I really started taking it seriously when I was 20, because I started seeing the benefits that were coming through every month and every week. Because before, I just had zero self-confidence. I had no social skills at all. I was afraid. I was alone, and I was trapped. I was trapped in this really weak mindset of constantly pleasing myself with pornography. And it really negatively affected me in a lot of cognitive, social, and energetic ways. I always failed in social situations growing up, and like out of everything that it affected me the most in, the social thing was really how it affected me. I had zero social skills. I would literally skip social events just so I can fucking stay home and jack off. Seriously, that's how bad it was. And I know that's how it is for a lot of other guys too. So I've learned that the high of approval does not last. And that's the danger of pornography. It just gives you this constant pleasure and validation on a screen, on your phone. And it's just that easy. You can just log into your phone, go to Pornhub or whatever porn site you use, and just constantly please yourself every day with this false validation. And it's just a really nasty habit. And I can only speak for myself. I mean, this is how it affected me. But the one thing I can also say is that the longer that I've done NoFap, the longer I've realized more about myself than I ever realized before. Because it forces you to get out of your comfort zone every single day. It forces you to be a man, because in life, you're not gonna get validation every day as what porn gives you. That's what it gives you. It gives you this validation and self-pleasure every single day. That's not how life works. The most successful people are constantly pushing themselves and getting out of their comfort zones. So that's kind of the mindset that started it and where I'm driven towards. But let's talk about some of the benefits So the three main benefits I've noticed are higher social skills, definitely higher mental clarity, and productivity. So higher social skills, because growing up too, I had a speech impediment, so I was a stutterer, and now I realize where it was coming from, because the more you masturbate and lower your testosterone, it really negatively affects your cognitive development, especially as a young person with your social skills, because because as a man you need as much testosterone as possible to fully function. So that's how it affected me, as I was saying before as well. So the social skills. Now I have the confidence to just approach any woman I want, get her number, and take her out. It's that easy. Same thing goes as if I'm in a social group. I can just start a conversation with a group of people just like that, no hesitation. And the second part that I was talking about is the mental clarity. I think a lot more clearly about everything. This kind of taught me to follow a new rule that I go through, that I go by, which is called the 100% rule. And NoFap's taught me that you have to be 100% every day, and there's no excuses. So even with my mind, I make sure everything I say it 100%, because when I was a former porn addict, I was passive aggressive, I was a little bitch. I would be, I feel like this about that, but not about this. Just not really fully expressing how I felt, or not even really knowing how I felt. So definitely the mental clarity has gotten me to think more clearly and to really follow through with my decisions every single day. And and something else I want to talk about that is I left my toxic family because I wasn't getting the respect I deserve. And NoFap taught me that, you have to value yourself. And I didn't value myself back then, because that's why I was masturbating so much, because it was just my outlet for dealing with my problems. And I'm not going to go too much into it, but I'll just say, I had a toxic family. I had to leave them. As simple as that. Because as a man and as an adult, you got to make these decisions for yourself. And so it teaches you to really stand up for yourself and value who you are. So there's that. And then the third thing that I mentioned is definitely productivity. I've been so productive with my music, my work, and just with doing everyday chores around my apartment, like sweeping the floor, taking out the trash, keeping my apartment clean. Because the longer you do NoFap, the more productive you're going to be, and the more productive you are in a positive way, the more successful you're going to be. It's as simple as that. So those are really the three benefits that I've noticed. But I love NoFap. This is who I am. It's a lifestyle. I know realistically not every man's gonna do it, but I do highly encourage you to take this step in your life if you really want to see progress. I know it sounds ridiculous, especially if you're a former porn addict and you don't really know any other guy who does it, because you may think, oh, NoFap, that's just a myth. Oh no, guys, it's not a myth. It's hard work. NoFap is the hardest thing you will ever do. I can tell you that. There's not a single harder thing in your life that you can commit to than NoFap, because there's too much self-pleasure out there, especially with technology. And NoFap's gonna constantly push you every day. And so that's my story. And I really look forward to this coming year, but I got it made now, guys. I'm 23, got a great full-time job, well paid, got my own apartment that I pay for. I pay all my bills. I'm financially alpha. Pay my rent, my car, got my own car too. Got this beautiful apartment. Got my own band. My music page is growing every single day. I'm improving on every aspect of my life. I've gone out with women who are way older than me, really, really beautiful women. And I'm passionate about this, you know? And I can't wait to start another year, even if, you know what? I really appreciate this so much that even if I constantly just do 1 year NoFap streaks for the rest of my life, I'll be fine with that, because I value myself and I appreciate who I am. And that's all there is to it. And I really wish you guys the best and highly encourage you to live this lifestyle, because this is the way to go. And that's all there is to it. The hardest part is letting go, I can tell you that. But you just gotta remember one thing. That's that you only live once. There's no second chances. There is no tomorrow. You don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. You know? Stuff happens, man. You have to live in the moment. You have to be really in tune with who you are. And just remember, you only got one shot. And as a human being, you have to take these opportunities every single day. And you have to constantly push yourself. And you gotta want it. So it's gonna come down to how bad you want it. And there's only one life, there's only one earth, and make the most of it. Peace out, guys.